we need to show that, remember, you can go to your calculator and second, x to the minus 1 gives us matrix. Arrow over to the edit. Choose 1. It's a 2 by 2, right? 250, 400, 1, 1. 250, 400, 1, that was wrong, 1, enter, 1, enter. And then go to the second matrix, 2. That one is a 2 by 1, right, enter, enter. And I need that one to be 70,250. 250. Got enough zeros there? Yeah. And then remember, on the main screen, right, that's when you're going to do the a to the minus 1b. Since that's the last thing I put in the calculator, I'll just bring it up again by doing second, enter, enter. And that's where the 250 come from. Okay, if you want to do substitution, elimination, whichever way you go, you've got to get that intersection point exact, not just try to read it off the graph. Okay, now, what do we do with these 4 points? Right, plug them into the objective function that we wrote on the first screen, right? So here's the vertices. Plug them in one at a time to every one of those, to the same function, and then calculate. I didn't even do the first one because if it's got 0, 0, obviously that's not going to be a maximum profit. But the next 3, I plug them in, and I get those 3 numbers. Remember, our objective is to maximize profit. So which one do we pick? It looks like the last one maximizes profit, right? I mean, the maximum is interesting, right? It's kind of nice to know how much money you're going to make. But if you're a decision maker, if you're like in the business world making these kinds of decisions, what you're actually worried about are, what are these numbers? How many of each am I supposed to be making here? Right? That's a decision somebody's got to make at the beginning of the process. At the end of the process, you'll make what you make. But somebody's got to make a knowledgeable decision about, should we be making all of one, all of the other, some combination of the two? Which would maximize? I mean, understanding that people in business survive or fail by the smallest of margins, it makes a difference, right? If you're in business doing this, and probably nobody's selling CD players anymore, but if you were, and you weren't doing this, but your competitor was, then who do you think is going to survive, most likely? Probably the guy who's actually got something behind the choices that he makes, right?